Okay, so we've got some information given to us in a two-way table. It says write down the number of left-handed girls to right-handed girls as a ratio. So left-handed girls to right-handed girls. Okay, so when we do ratios, write down the headings first. So it says left to right, so left to right. And when we look at the girls' information, it's 8 and 20. We then recognise the question wants the answer in its simplest form. So basically we've got to recognise what factor goes into 8 and 20, and we're looking for the highest factor. So 8 will not go into 20 as a factor, 4 goes into 8 and 4 goes into 20, so it's going to be divided by 4. And when we do 8 divided by 4 we get 2, and when we do 20 divided by 4 we get 5. So writing ratios, the advice will be write the headings down for what the ratio wants, then decide what the numbers are for each part, and then simplify down by looking for a common factor to divide by, and look for the highest common factor until you get down to you can only divide by 1 both sides. For part B, it says what percentage of the boys are left-handed, so left-handed, and it's talking about what percentage of the boys, so it's got to be careful here. So there are 15 boys, and left-handed there are 3 of them. So when you're doing percentages with information, you've got lots of ways of doing this. We can do fraction times 100, or we can do equivalent fractions to percentages. So the fraction is 3 boys out of 15, which when we cancel that down to its simplest form is 1/5, and 1/5 is equivalent to 20%. So when the question says what percentage of the boys are left-handed, think of a fraction first, is usually a good strategy, and then look for equivalent fractions and percentages. We can see that 1/5 is the same as 20%. If you're not sure why, then remember 100% is the whole, divide that by 5 to get 1/5, and then you end up with 20%. So we end up with 20% there for the answer for that. The question goes on and asks you to work with, if you divide any multiples of 10 by 2, the answer always ends in a 5. Write down a calculation to support your answer. So if you divide any multiple of 10, so let's look at the first multiples of 10. So the first multiples of 10 are 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And it says if you divide any multiple of 10 by 2, the answer is always 5, always ends in a 5. So let's look what happens when we divide by 2. We get 5, we get 10, we get 15, we get 20. So is he correct? We're going to say no. For example, 20 divided by 2 equals 10. This ends in a 0. Okay, so again we've justified our answer by thinking through what multiples means, and if you're not sure what's going on with the question, then the advice is write a few examples out, see what's happening, and then make a conclusion based on what the question is asking.